Today I want to talk about watching before working. Watching before working. And our text will come from the book of Luke chapter 10 verse 38. As Jesus and his disciples were on their way, he came to a village where a woman called Martha opened her home to him. She had a sister called Mary who sat at the Lord's feet listening to what he said. But Martha was distracted by all the preparations that had to be made. She came to him and asked, "Lord, don't you care that my sister has left me to do all the work by myself? Tell her to help me." "Martha, Martha," the Lord answered, "you are worried and upset about many things, but one thing is needed. Mary has chosen what is better, and it will not be taken away from her." Right. This story is very, very profound, and I will tell you why. Because I think the answer or the response that Jesus gave to Martha was unexpected. I mean, she was the one who was doing all the work. She was the one who was running up and down. And I think you can find that to be very, very relevant. It sounds familiar, right? Such that we sometimes find ourselves, planning for a conference, for the Lord. And we get so carried away in the busyness of the planning itself. But here, Jesus is giving a profound teaching about why it's important to watch before working. And he said that Mary had chosen the right thing, just sitting by the Lord's feet and listening to every word he says. So sometimes we find ourselves as Christian believers, as worshipers, planning a worship night, planning some revival, and then we get so busy about what are we gonna wear, how is the band gonna look like, and how the stage is gonna look like, how the lights gonna look like, and then we get carried away with we become so busy. So we find ourselves busy with the work of the Lord, and yet busy for the Lord of the work. And that's not a good place to be or to find ourselves as a worship leader. All right, you need to watch before working. We are mostly too much concerned about how is the dress code gonna be like, and what about the lights? What about the stage? How is it going to look like? Are all those things good to be concerned about? Yes. But are those the most important things? No. The most important things is to sit at the Lord's feet and get every direction. Where does he want us to go? How is going to be our worship set look like? But it only happens when we sit at his feet. Most of the time, we don't anymore have time to sit at the Lord's feet. We are most concerned about achieving. And what we call success, if we ask ourselves, is it success in the Lord's eyes? Because what we may deem to be a successful event or a successful service, maybe the Lord is not finding it successful, because our measure now is coming from our own standards and our own definition of what success means. But have we sat down to ask God to say, what is success according to you? But that only happens when we first watch and then we work. Just like Martha, we don't need to be running around before sitting at his feet. So we all have to be the Mary who knew one thing to do. That's what David proclaimed, to say, one thing I desire of the Lord is that I may dwell in his house and behold the beauty of the Lord. You know, that is the one thing. Sit at the Lord's feet. God bless you.